How do you make co-working work? The way we work is constantly shifting and changing. Companies, entrepreneurs, and individuals are moving to co-working facilities. By 2022, over 5 million people will be working in co-working facilities. In this series, we're going to explore how to make co-working work for you. Hey guys, how's it going? So today we're here with Taylor Shead of Stimuli. Now she's going to tell us a little bit about her company, how she grew it, the applications she's created, and also what it's like to work with like a large entity such as the Dallas Independent School District. All right, so come on in, check us out. You're going to enjoy this conversation a lot today. Taylor, thank you for spending some time with us today and coming out and just telling us about your company, what you do, and all those things. And so first, just tell us a little bit about Stimuli.
So Stimuli is a technology company. Our focus is serving the education market. So day to day, we are assessing what we can do in order to help students become more workforce ready.
Okay. So becoming more workforce ready, I mean, what exactly does that entail?
Yeah, great question. So I'm going to give you a brief history of kind of like where we are specifically in Texas around workforce readiness, but a few statistics that I have, and I'll get to the point is most people don't know, but only 25% of students that graduate from Texas high schools receive any sort of credential. So that can mean an associate's, bachelor's, or industry credential 6 years after they graduate. Only 25% of them. Another statistic is that 65% of all future jobs will require some sort of post-secondary degree. So that's a big delta between those two. So what Stimuli works to do is figure out how can we bring school systems and businesses together to get the students the experiences that they need in order to be workforce ready. So you asked the question of, okay, well, what does workforce ready mean? We are talking about changing the traditional model of you go and you learn your math, science, English, your typical subjects, to now saying, okay, you're still going to learn those subjects, but a part of your coursework is going to be what's called work-based learning. So some terms that people use is learning about work, learning to work, learning for work. And so Stimuli does all of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you do all of that. Is it over a platform? It's an application, correct?
Yeah, so it's a mobile application, and really what we try and focus our work on is two main things, skill sets we want to get for students. So it said when you intern at a job, you're more likely to be offered a job by the end of your internship. The second thing is employees that are mentored at work, they're more likely to earn higher wages, get promotions, feel more committed to their job, and feel more satisfied overall. So there's a lot of school models that help support this, but what Stimuli does is it gives a way for an industry partner, so a business, to interact with these students without the industry partner having to leave their workplace. So fantastic. The way we do that is through virtual internships and virtual mentorships.
Wow, okay. And so you also have a partnership with the DISD today, correct?
Yep.
So tell us a little bit about that and what you're doing for them. And
Sure. So Dallas Independent School District is the 10th largest district in the entire United States. So about 4 years ago, they rolled out a program called PTech, Pathways to Technology, Early College High School. And simply what that means in a very small nutshell is that the students graduating from this program graduate with their associate's degrees before they receive their high school diploma. So that's done within 4 years.
Wow.
The second pillar of that model goes back to this workforce development model. So Dallas has 18 high schools participating in this program and over 80 industry partners like AT&T, IBM, Microsoft, American Airlines, Southwest Airlines, I could name industry giants, including
all the big players.
All the big players and some small businesses that serve the district. But so Stimuli was a part of PTech.
Okay.
So it has been for the last 4 years as an industry partner, meaning we were mentoring students, offering them internships and things like that. But the whispers that we would hear around from students and partners is, oh my gosh, we're not getting enough engagement between students and industry partners. So we worked side by side with Dallas Independent School District to build this mobile application Stimuli, where again, now mentoring providing feedback, helping a student intern is just a click away. That's our term. It's just a click away. It is as easy as uploading a video to your favorite mobile application.
Wow. And I know you're killing it because DISD recognized you as Partner of the Year, correct? Yes.
Yeah.
So congrats.
Thank you. Succeeding Together Industry Partner of the Year. And when I say that, I have to remind people we won that award above IBM, American Airlines, Microsoft, just to kind of show the work that we're doing and the impact that we're being recognized for making. So thank you for saying that. Yeah.
And so being that Partner of the Year and partnering with them, what are some things that you've learned when it comes to being a good partner and partnering with the organization?
Yeah, it's similar to being like in a relationship. And what I mean by that is it's not having your own assumptions about what someone needs, but really listening, asking great questions, and receiving feedback from what they say that they need. Right. When we built this partnership with Dallas ISD, I have to tell you, we were 2 years in the partnership before we started rolling out any part of the platform, and I made any mention of the platform. And the reason why is I had already seen the opportunity when you bring 18 high schools and 80 industry partners together to build something to be a connector, but it's not the best strategy to go into a place and tell somebody what they need.
True.
The better strategy is to go in, have some great conversations, again, ask some great questions, and let them tell you what they need and to build a product that's meeting those needs.
Yeah, because they feel like they've actually helped to carve it out.
Absolutely.
Yes, fantastic. And so as an entrepreneur and as a CEO and as a founder, what are some of the key things that you've learned along the way?
Wow, that is a big question. You're literally solving challenges and problems and coming up with solutions on a daily basis. So as far as what I've learned on the way is, number one, you absolutely have to set your goal and your vision of where you want to be. But like the subcategory under that is you have to be open for how that vision plays out, because it never really plays out exactly as you have planned. So other things I've learned is the head of an organization, your job is to be a leader and to build leaders. That's really what I make my focus every day, is how can I build the skill sets in my people so they're able to make great decisions and feel confident in their decisions. But that's what we're doing overall. I'm building leaders internally, and I'm hoping to build leaders through the students we work with, the industry partners we work with, but just really to empower folks to make a change in the world.
True, because another aspect is when you look at successful organizations, they have leaders at all levels. And so the more leaders you have in your organization, more people that can make decisions, and you can focus on the vision and some of those other things that are out there. So it makes your life easier, per se, a little bit, but it also gives them that aspect of feeling like you're growing.
Right, absolutely.
Which is important. And they have options of what they want to do forward in life.
Yeah, absolutely. And being honest and direct with people, I don't know another way to build great leaders unless you develop a culture where you can be honest with one another. And it's two ways. You're open to give me honest feedback. Not all the time am I going to go with the direction that you set, because I might be making an informed decision a different way. But the ultimate thing is, can someone look you in your eye and tell you what you can do better, and you receive it? Versus somebody looking you in your eye, and because it's uncomfortable, you're making up excuses or reasons of why they're thinking that. It's just instead of like saying, all right, I'm going to take this and I'm going to go forward with it and get better each day. Yeah,
and feedback's important, being able to give it and receive.
Absolutely.
On both sides. And so I always ask my guests this when it comes, it is co-working, right, with Mel. So how are you leveraging co-working to help grow your company?
That is a great question. So I have to let the audience know that the reason I joined a co-working space was at your recommendation. So there you go. It's great to be on co-working with Mel because of that. But one thing that I'll say is I love when companies give entrepreneurs the opportunity to be bigger than they are at any current moment. And what I mean by that is being a part of the co-working space at the Common Desk. If I need to meet a client out in Dallas, I can book a room out in Deep Ellum just through my mobile application. If I need to do the same thing in Addison, I could do that as well. So as far as leveraging it, now I have a perception in the marketplace about how I do business just by being able to welcome somebody into an amazing environment.
Yes, and you oftentimes have your team meetings here.
Absolutely.
Partner meetings. I know, just saw you the other day having a meeting with all your developers here, correct?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I'm curious, what's the size of your team?
So I've got about 11 people
Okay.
working with me. Yeah.
And so some of them are also working out of a common desk.
Yes, absolutely. And their productivity, you know, because in today's world, again, there's a lot of us that get to work remotely, if you will. And I had one of my lead developers say, I am so distracted at home. And I'm not as productive as I'd like to be. So we made a call and we said, all right, we're going to get you some space where you can come in. It helps you a little bit with work-life balance. But this is your space to just operate and move forward.
So Taylor, final question for you. What advice would you give our viewers out there?
Any advice, huh?
Let me narrow it down just a little bit. When it comes to leading a business or a team, or going from startup, something within that space.
Okay. Well, Steven Spielberg said it, so I'm just going to quote him and then put my own little spin on it. But he said, most people think your intuition is a loud roar, when really it's just a tiny whisper. And so my advice from that is, if you are not in a place in your life where you can hear the tiny whispers, because whether it's a bad relationship, whether you're so stressed out at work, anything that can be distracting you from being able to hear what I believe God is trying to tell you, then figure out how to clear that out. Because whether you do become an entrepreneur or you're just meant to work your way up within the company you're working within, that will not happen if you don't allow yourself to hear those tiny whispers. Because the tiny whisper is going to tell you what decision to make. I just heard this quote from not Walt Disney, Bob Iger, where he said, greatness is a series of small decisions. Well, you can't make those small right decisions unless you're hearing those whispers that say, go left instead of go right.
True. Fantastic. Thank you. And so if people want to connect with you, what are some ways that they can reach out to you?
So they can connect with me on, if you want to go the social media route, Instagram, my handle is Miss Taylor Shead. Shead is spelled S-H-E-A-D, so that's MISSTAYLORSHEAD. If you want to check out what we're doing on Stimuli, you can visit our website. It's stimuli-education.com. And of course, I'm always available on LinkedIn, so reach out to me. I love connecting with new folks with great ideas, or just wanting to connect about, the education market, or really anything else creative.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you again for the time.
Thank you.
And congrats on all the great things you're doing out there with DISD and all the other organizations you're partnering with. Thanks again.
Thank you.
All right, bye-bye. Hey, I hope you enjoyed the conversation I had today with Taylor. And also, I want to encourage you to subscribe to this channel. Looking forward to seeing you on the next episode of Co-Working with Mel.